Hi, I'm John. I write poetry. I even published a book of poems called Extended Stay. I don't make a living as a poet, I just write poems because I enjoy writing poems. This is my third in a series of poetry writing tips. I've got a few more left after this, but I might save them for a bit. Write in different places. Keep a notebook or use an app on your phone. Write in the park or on a street corner or at your favorite coffee shop, or even an alley. You don't have to write about the place, but it will influence what you have to say. Listen to real people talk. Turn on talk radio or anything where people are being interviewed. Listen to people talking in their own voices as opposed to a script. There are a lot of great characters and voices out there. Think about the poems you don't like. Sometimes you read a poet or even a particular poem and you just don't like it. If you don't like something you read, try to figure out exactly why. It may reflect something you don't like about your own poetry. It may teach you a way to say what you say in a better way. Flush. When nothing is coming, start writing very fast. Write down any and every word, phrase, or sentence that comes to mind. Make your fingers type or write, no matter what nonsense comes out. Do that for at least a minute before you go back to working on your poem. I call this technique flushing. Feel free to use anything you came up with, but the purpose of flushing is just to clear your head. List poems you can remember specific lines from. It is always interesting to see what stays with you. Go back and read the original poems if you can. Figure out why the line stuck. Was it the image, the thought, or something else? Does the rest of the poem hold up? Keep a dream journal. Dreams are your mind at its most creative, so pay attention to them. Don't feel you have to write a poem about your dreams unless one truly inspires you. The main goal is to see what thoughts the dreams lead you to. It also strengthens the creative part of your brain when you take the time to listen and learn from it. Analyze other people's poems. Figure out what works, what doesn't work, and why. Think about how you would work with the same material and concepts. It's usually best to avoid your favorite poems because you'll either feel you'll never measure up or you'll find a flaw that ruins them for you. Pick someone you can learn from, but don't idolize. Write a bad poem on purpose. Write the worst poem you can possibly write. Use cliches, use pretentious words, and beat your reader over the head with your point. Felt good, didn't it? Was it harder or easier than you thought? The point is, don't be afraid to write a bad poem. Every great poet has written a bad poem. Most great poets have written hundreds, even thousands of bad poems. The great poets keep writing, though, and so should you. If it takes 100 bad poems to produce a poem you like, finish those 100 poems so you can get to the one you like. Thanks for listening to these tips. There are more of these tips coming. If you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. I'd really appreciate it.